DreAllDay.com.
I listened to a podcast. It was either last night or this morning. The guy was saying he calls it the law of depreciating ideas, and it's real simple. It's like, I appreciate that invite there, Mark. The law of depreciating ideas is real simple. It goes like this. When you have a great idea, like any of you think about, you ever been in a situation, you had a great idea, something just hit you, maybe you was Josh from Oregon, what's going on? You train with super handles? Tell super handles I said what's up. And I did a vid with super handles like maybe a year and a half or 2 years ago. I did a Q&A with super handles. A good dude. Anyway, any of you ever been in a situation where you had a great idea hit you? It might have been, you might have just woke up. It might have woke you up. It might be right before you go to bed. It might be in the middle of a conversation you have with somebody. You might be in the gym working out. You're just in your state of flow, and there's a great idea just hit you, and it's something that you could actually do. It's something that you could act on today. It's a phone call you can make as soon as you get out the house. It's some plan that you could put into action right now, like within the next 24 hours, and you got this great idea, but for whatever reason you sat on the idea. You might have sat on the idea for a minute because you just start second guessing yourself. You start thinking about it. You might have waited a day because you just a procrastinator. We all procrastinate if our goals aren't big enough for whatever reason. You just weren't motivated, or you started to think about all the things that might go wrong if you did take action on this idea and it didn't work out the right way. So you start thinking about all the things that can go wrong, and before you know it, it might take an hour, it might take a day, it might take a week, a month, a year. Before you know it, that idea doesn't seem so exciting anymore. It's just not as exciting as it was when you originally had the first idea. So what is it that happened? What went wrong? And this guy that I was listening to on the podcast, he said we call it the law of depreciating ideas, which means very simply, when you have an idea and you don't act on it immediately, the idea just starts to die out. It's kind of like one of my business mentors, he talked about this past weekend. So you put a drop of water in a bucket and you don't put another drop with it, eventually that water is going to evaporate. It's the same thing with ideas. When you have an idea and you don't act on it immediately, the idea just withers away and dies. You know, the only time an ideas only last, they only live and grow when they actually worked on. When you work on an idea, you actually start taking action on an idea, you start making stuff happen. Actually, more ideas will come to you once you start doing that. And even if your idea is so crazy and far-fetched, you have no idea how you're going to get from point A to point B. Once you start taking action on the idea with the right energy and you believe that you can actually make it happen, the way to figure it out will come to you. But you're never going to figure out the full way to get from A to Z until you start taking action. Because a lot of times people will come to me and they're like, Dre, I want to do X, Y, Z, whatever the thing is they want to do. And I say, all right, well, why haven't you started yet? They're like, I don't know how I'm going to get to it. I say, why don't you just start doing, and I'm into some small steps that they can start that they already know about. I'm not a genius in telling people how to get from A to Z. I tell them, why don't you take some small steps that'll get you from A to B, or maybe A to C. And they're like, well, yeah, I know I could do that, but I don't know how I'm going to do. And then they start talking about D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, all the rest of the alphabet. Like, dude, just start taking some action. Or lady, start taking some action. Once you take the action, you'll be able to figure it out. And the law of depreciating ideas is what works against people all the time. They have a great idea for something they want to do. Listen, somebody watching this scope right now, you got a great idea for something that you want to do. You're thinking about it. You won't send the email. You won't write that blog post. You won't make that phone call. And all of a sudden, the idea dies out. Or you might still be thinking about it, but by the time you come back to it, you don't feel as strongly about it. And then you're like, nah, I'm not that interested in it. I'm not that motivated to do it. And then you do nothing. And then some time goes by and you're like, damn, I wish I had acted on that idea. It might be a week from now. You're like, damn, I wish I had acted on that idea that I had last week. I wish I had acted on that idea I had last month. Like, damn, there goes somebody doing the exact idea that I had 2 years ago, and they did it and I didn't do anything. I wish I had acted on that idea. That's what happens when you let an idea sit around and do nothing. And most people, everybody at some time or another has the challenge of procrastination. We procrastinate, we think about stuff, but we don't actually do it. We know we need to do something, but we don't actually do it. Now, y'all all have heard the phrase, successful people do what unsuccessful people won't do. So the fact of the matter is, if you want to be successful, all you got to do is take the action that most people won't take. MHY, what's going on? You got to take the action that most people won't take. When you have a great idea, I heard, I think it was Grant Cardone say this. I was watching one of his scopes. He said, whenever I have an idea, I don't care where I'm at. I don't care if it's the middle of the night. I don't care if I'm driving my car. I'm having a conversation with my wife. I'm eating dinner with my kids. If I have a great idea on the spot, or somebody I need to call, I'll call them right on the spot. I don't write it down. I don't think about it. I don't bounce the thought off somebody else to see what they're going to say. I don't toss it around in my mind. I just go act on it immediately. And he said that's one of the keys to his success, is that he acts immediately on every idea he has. And if you think about somebody you know who's very successful in any field, whatever it is that they do. Usually when they get a great idea, they just do something. They do something to commit themselves to that idea. Make a phone call, send an email, turn on Periscope and start talking about it, even if they don't know what they're going to talk about before they start talking. That's what people do when they have great ideas and they're successful in making them happen. You can be the same way. All you got to do is start taking action on the things that you want to do. And I'm going to come back with some more scopes today. I got some more stuff we're going to talk about. I'm going to do some Q&A. We got Toastmasters tonight in South Beach. It's going to be a fun one. Work on your game. DreAllDay.com. Thanks for checking out this video. Make sure you follow all my top content up here. Follow me on all your favorite social networks right over here. And make sure you are subscribed to catch all the new content I put on this channel every single day.